there isn't really a way to like start this. I guess I don't. There isn't I guess I thought there'd be some kind of musical cue, but this is just the song. So anyway,
cue to what?
What? Okay, hang on. We gotta start this again.
So you wanted a musical cue for yourself.
I wanted a musical cue for myself.
But you didn't do it.
No. I didn't make
but then
it.
You started blaming the music somehow.
Yeah, I was upset with the music. I was disappointed that the music didn't transform into,
an opening?
Yeah, like some kind of way to introduce the show. I was just waiting, trying to figure it out. All right, Here we go. All right. Yahweh! What's up, Fudge Packers? Welcome to the Pure Boys presents Lori Wilde's To Tame a Wild Cowboy, Rip to the Tits Sex Edition. This is going to be quite the show for everybody. I'm Zachariah Bryant.
And I'm Jonathan Toilet, and it's about to get all 25% up in here.
That's true. We are the 25%, as they say.
It's fun.
It is fun. So if people have been listening to the show, which I guess you probably have, this would be a weird thing to start with. Don't start with this. Yeah, okay, start with this. In fact, we're
your friends.
You don't want any context for what we're doing here today. This is Lori Wilde's To Tame a Wild Cowboy. Johnny,
where can they buy this?
Where can they buy it? Pretty much at any, if you do like I do and just go to any old neighborhood little library, the tiny libraries, in people's neighborhoods, and you just grab it out of there. I think that's the only place to really get it. I'm sure you could buy it online if you cared enough to, but why would you?
Like Brooks Brothers?
Like the Brooks Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably who you could get it from.
Okay, cool.
All right. Johnny, what can you tell me about this book? What do you remember about what we've read so far?
Okay, so there is a man cowboy.
Yeah.
And
wait, what's that cowboy's name? What's his name?
Lockhart?
That's his last name. What do you think his first
Mr.
name?
Lockhart.
Well, that's his father's name. You can call him
Bo Lockhart.
He probably has a brother named Bo. Yeah, he's got like 4 brothers, so his name
Joe
is Joe Lockhart. He is an attorney at law, and he represented my dad in a car accident case. So
that's a cool name for an attorney. I could get on board with that.
It is a pretty cool name. Could you see that on like the side of a bus or like on like a park bench? That's where a lawyer like that would advertise.
Like an anamorphic.
Yeah, like on a cover, you buy a copy of Animorphs, and in there is a message from him.
And it's a snake around the bus.
Oh, like that. And it looks like it's squishing the bus a little bit. And you go, why are people allowing this to happen?
Well, he's an attorney. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly. Yeah, he has the power of attorney.
Okay, what is this feller's name?
His name is country as frick, actually. His name is Rhett Lockhart.
Rhett. Of course it's Rhett.
Oh.
I'm bad with names.
No, you got Lockhart, which is a weird last name. So, no, you're doing great. Do you remember what the love interest's name is?
Well, I do know that he has a bunch of brothers that are married to a bunch of sisters of the lead lady.
Yes. Bingo. Nailed it.
But to put a name to this person, Reba?
Her name is Reba. Rhett and Reba. Rhett and Reba sounds like I don't know what that is. I said it sounds like a shampoo.
First name Oprah. Oprah Reba.
I am Oprah Reba. This is the Reba clan. All my Reba sisters have married your Lockhart brothers.
That's a great name for a child. Oprah Reba.
Oprah Reba is a great name for a child. That child is going to grow up powerful.
Oh, so strong.
He's doing like a crab walk right now. He's stood up and is pinching his hands like he's a crab.
Yeah, but like a crab walk, not exactly.
A facsimile of a crab walk.
Yeah.
What else can you tell me about? What's the main crux of the story? Like, what's happening, right? What's been the through line of this book? How do Rhett and Tiana?
Did she have a baby?
Close. There is a baby involved.
Okay.
But it's Rhett's baby.
Okay, so she had his baby.
No. He had a baby and its head popped off. He had a baby with a buckle bunny, which is just a lady who likes to sleep with cowboys. Easiest way to put it.
Are you sure it wasn't a dandelion?
What's a dandelion?
Well, their heads pop off.
Oh yeah, that is what it was. The first thing that came out was a dandelion, and he was like, "Oh fuck." Well,
did the plot fall apart after that?
Have we been cussing on this show at all? Hey, we haven't even done the Pure Boys Prayer yet.
Do we have to do that now?
Yeah. We're legally obligated to do it. I mean, we're sponsored by Sprite now, so Sprite has told us we have to do the prayer.
Squirt, I thought.
It was Squirt, you're right. Yeah, I'd like to take that back. Sprite is not sponsoring the show. We are sponsored by disappeared 70s beverage Squirt, which from what I understand,
disappeared.
It's gone. You can't get a Squirt anymore. You can't go to the store and go, "Give me a Squirt." You can't say that to a cat. Well, you can, but
maybe they would think it was like a fountain situation, like have a squirt of this.
What would be in the fountain? What would come out of the fountain?
Probably Mountain Dew Code Red, the coolest fountain beverage ever made.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't argue with that. That does sound pretty good, yeah.
That's what comes to mind when I think of fountain beverages, and I'm just crazy.
No, that's fair. You know what is also a good fountain beverage? This was my go-to when I was a teenager going to McDonald's. You get half iced tea, and you get half the strawberry Fruitopia drink that they have.
Ooh.
That was very good. Or you could get the strawberry Fruitopia with their root beer, which I think was Barg's for a while, but it's probably not. But I'm probably definitely wrong about that.
My favorite fountain drink of all time is probably a mix as well. At a certain movie theater you go to here in Haiti, you can get a peach juice and 7-Up.
Ooh, that sounds really good. That sounds like a mocktail. Sounds like something that you'd order at a bar if you wanted a Shirley Temple, but they're like, "We don't have grenadine."
Just give me the peach and soda, kid.
Oh, a peachy soda. Yeah, we can do that for you. We went to
no. That's a great name.
It is a great name. But we'll put it on a shirt. Peachy soda. Done. Whatever. Fart it out. Who cares? Yeah.
But I want to taste it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Yahweh, we could definitely make that happen.
We can put that on the back of the shirt, but I want to taste it.
Okay. Yeah. Although, I think if we're going to put, if that's going to be anyone's slogan, I think it should be Squirt's slogan.
Very true. And
Thank you.
I kind of want shirts that you can taste.
Hey, that's a revolutionary idea. I mean,
yeah.
It
would have to be in a sack, though. Like, you'd have to have, like, a lip, and then you put your tongue in the sack. Maybe on the back?
A back sack, yeah. Stick your tongue in their back sack. Taste their shirt. People go, yeah, okay. That sounds good. This is what fashion is now?
Yeah, that is fashion.
I mean, that is a trend in fashion that hasn't been explored yet, and why not?
And you don't want to make it gross. You don't want, like, dust to collect on it, so you put it in a sack.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So it's okay. So underneath the sack is the shirt that you lick through the sack.
Well, the sack is on the shirt, and you stick your tongue in the sack, and that has the flavor. Okay.
The sack is what holds the flavor. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
You don't want it dirty.
No, of course you don't. You're gonna be licking it and tasting it.
It has to be functional and aesthetically pleasing. That's fashion. Me likey. I think that's good. Let's get these shirts into production right away. Sounds great.
What would be the like the flagship flavor for it?
Pina colada.
Sure. Pina colada on the front, peanut butter on the back. The best flavor combination imaginable. Peanut butter pina colada. Get it in milkshakes. Get it in twisters. Get it in any way you can get it. It's the best.
It's a Hawaii in a shirt.
Exactly. Yeah. The fruity beach nature of pina colada and the dirty earthen garbage of peanut butter. I take that back. Peanut butter's great.
Yeah, it represents the volcanic nature of Hawaii.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are we doing on this show?
We haven't tell me.
We haven't
your
even,
show, baby.
We haven't done the Pure Boy's Prayer.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We got talking about squirt. God bless our podcast. God bless all podcasts. I love you.
We love you.
We love you. I almost said God bless your podcast. The second one.
Well, thank you.
God bless our podcast. God bless your podcast. Actually, that's pretty good too. Can we add that in?
What?
Is it too late?
I wasn't listening.
Is it too late to change the Pure Boy's Prayer?
To what?
Bow. Bow. Bow.
Oh, you using QuickTime for the repeat?
Yeah, I got the song on repeat on QuickTime because this has been the song for the segment, and so figured when we do the special, we'll just play it the whole time and get
We're
copyright
doing it.
strike. We can never monetize this. This is just for us.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Yeah. So, huh?
Could we do this for charity?
Sure. Who do you want to give the money to?
Us, secretly.
Like most charities, we'll take most of it off the top, and then we'll use a little bit to distribute and do what we say we do with it. So
it's a for-profit charity.
That's the way it should be. Well,
I'm gonna get a smoke out.
Get a smoke? Oh no! Oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, he is pulling a Export A Gold out of a package. Are you gonna smoke in your house?
That's impressive, though. You can see that. No, my wife would kill me.
Yeah, of course. I would kill you. Don't do that.
Yeah,
don't smoke in
me
your house,
too.
you animal.
It's gross.
Yeesh. Ugh. But yeah, no, I got eagle eyes. I know a pack. I can spot a pack of darts from a mile away.
There's a couple of other packages that look like Export A Gold, and they're not. So I'm proud of you.
None are in my heart the way Export A Golds are.
Well,
although I've never really smoked in my life, but all my friends smoke them, so that's why I love them.
I'm pulling off the talking with the smoke in my mouth pretty okay.
You look pretty good doing it too, I gotta say. If there's one thing cigarettes do, it makes you look cool as frick.
Frickin' A, man.
Frickin' A, buddy.
Okay, this is what else I know about this movie.
Nope.
Or this book.
Yep.
Is that they get married and it's a marriage of convenience. I don't know what the convenience is.
Right. Yeah, okay. That's fair. I don't think I really explained that very well because who cares? But the fact of the matter is marriage of convenience because the baby mama disappeared. She took off and abandoned the baby. And so Rhett has claim to it because he's the father, the Faja, but he's a rodeo bull rider on the circuit right now. His job's very dangerous. He travels a lot. He's never at home. His life isn't really equipped for a baby, you know? And so
it's danger.
Yeah, danger. And then so the judge is basically you have 30 days to get your life together and figure out what you're going to do about this baby. And then we'll reevaluate. And the problem is that at any time the mom could come back in and go, I want the baby, and then she'd get the baby essentially, right? So Rhett doesn't want that. He really loves this baby. Yeah. So him and T is the nurse who has been looking after this baby because the baby was born premature. It has issues. I don't really know what they are. I don't know if they really go into them. Maybe they do, but anyway.
Claw hand.
Yeah, one hand is a complete claw, like a crab, hard, a shell on the hand.
Yeah.
And but other than that, beautiful baby girl. So
tall.
Yeah, super tall. Yeah, like 6'5".
Like, we didn't talk about it on the podcast, but you would text me about, like, how many times they called this baby tall.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, there are, like, Rhett held on to his beautiful baby. Her 3-foot-long legs dangled from his strong elbow. You know,
at 2 months.
At 2 months. She's a toddler. She can't even walk yet, but her legs, she's already 4'5".
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really cool. It's weird because it's all in the legs. And then on top, she's still just like a little baby on top. Like from the waist up, she hasn't really grown. She's still 2 months old. So she can't really hold her head up. But her legs are fully grown human, like woman legs. So it's very
muscular.
Bizarre. Yeah, buff. Like super buff. Yeah. So that's who these people are. So him and T get married so that she's a nurse and she would provide stability, and so if they get married, then she can continue looking after this baby, he can keep the baby in his life, and the mom can't come back and just swoop in and take the baby. Spoiler alert, that's exactly what the mom does. She comes back, takes the baby away from them, and then
during the sex scene?
Yeah, during it, there's a knock on the door, and mid-coitus, hello. Delivery. Oh, hang on, I gotta get this. And then, but they're still banging it out, you know. So, so then
it's just the delivery person. You can bang in front of the delivery person.
Why stop? You're in doggy. Just walk over to the door. Hey, if you're in, you're in. You know.
Cool. This episode is going great. We're on top of it.
If you're in, you're in, you know? Yeah. Listeners, we got ripped to shit before we did this episode. I gotta say.
Not me. It's way too early for that.
Not true. You ate a bunch of chocolates. You told me. And you ate a bunch of fat. Chocolates. Did you ever see chocolate?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Yes?
I don't think so, no.
I think I saw it. I think I saw it at, like, my auntie's place.
So she showed
after dinner.
She sat you down and showed it to you.
Just me. Everybody was playing cards. And I had to freaking watch Chocolat.
Alone in a dark living room.
Yeah.
All the lights off. Just, okay. Beautiful love story.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was great. I cried myself to pieces, but, like, I kind of wanted to play cards.
Well, sure, of course. You hear all the laughter in the other room. Everyone's like, they're singing at one point. And you're like, what am I missing over there? That's such a bummer.
Yeah, they were creating memories that'll last a lifetime, but I saw Chocolat.
Yeah, but that changed you as a person.
Yeah, it formed my whole freaking being, but, like...
I mean, from that point on, every time I'd see you, you'd be like kissing your hand as if it was lips and just like muttering to yourself.
Well, I got that lipstick tattoo on my hand.
Like a dog's lipstick. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like Dog the Bounty Hunter's lipstick.
That is a good shade.
Yeah, well, you're on camera. You got to put a little grease on your lips.
Well, it is just bacon grease. He's a wild animal.
It's colored grease. Everybody knows.
That's what he says. It's just colored grease. Okay, dog. Great lipstick. It's just colored grease. Please call it colored grease in your article.
Well, you got to make it manly, right?
Yeah, of course you do. Otherwise, what are you?
You're Dog the Bounty Hunter. You catch a guy, they're going to just be making fun of your lips because you have lipstick on.
Yeah,
and you yell it's colored grease. That's what made the show for like a hot minute.
Freeze! It's colored grease!
Well, eventually you got to get ahead of it, right?
Of course. Yeah, that's what everyone asked. Even though everyone knows the answer, everyone asks because they just want to hear him say his famous catchphrase. It's colored grease.
In terms of his lipstick.
In terms of his lipstick, yeah, of course. Yeah. But it's not. Well, it's not his lipstick. It's colored grease.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's colored grease. If it's anything. Oh man, have I ever shown you my picture of Dog and Beth?
I think so.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
I've been in that room.
Yeah, It's a beautiful hand-drawn picture of Dog and Beth kissing, like a sunset behind them. I got it after Beth passed away as like a memoriam, and just this beautiful framed picture in this kind of like, almost like a sunken-in frame, and it's very nice. So, nice tribute.
Very classic.
Yeah, and at the bottom is signed. It says, "It's colored grease, Dog the Bounty Hunter." I really appreciate that. Beautiful.
Well, that was his catchphrase. I mean,
it was on all his shirts. It was written on his shirt, on his like tactical vest that he wore.
You gotta love to live, and you gotta love what you do.
Yeah,
and letting people know colored grease was very important to him.
That's true. Yeah. Perfect. Well, now we have a great clip we can cut out and put on YouTube called "Colored Grease." All right, do you want to get into this goddamn sex scene or what?
Yeah. Do you have? Are you reading it silently?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, yeah, I'm gonna read it to myself. You're just gonna hear me titter at things, and you're gonna hear the sound of my erection hitting my zipper. And
oh man, did you do that? You did? Did you do the homework?
I mean, I am wearing like coveralls. I could potentially get an erection and hit my zipper. That's true. Yeah. No, I haven't done the homework yet.
You didn't. You were supposed to do the homework for today.
I don't have
homework.
jeans.
Not done.
Well, I'll do it for the first episode of not Cowgirl Summer. Regular, back to the normal.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. So, Rhett and Tara got married. Right? Tara. And there's a thing in her family in the... Oh, shit. What was the last name we gave them? Ah, damn it. Oprah Reba. In the Reba clan.
Reba.
In the... Tara Reba is her name. And in her family, there's a thing with the women where when they kiss the person who they're supposed to be with for the rest of their life, their soulmate, they hear a hum in their head. And
Gush.
So, gush for push. And so, when Tara kissed Rhett at their wedding, she heard the hum. Bah-ha!
Which was just coincidental, I believe.
Yeah,
she passes it off as nah.
Yeah, there was a generator underneath the stage that they were standing on. It was vibrating her fillings. And she's like, I hear the hum. But no.
Yeah.
So, anyway, now they're up in their hotel room, and... where are we here? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. So, Rhett...
is trying to do it to her.
Yeah, and Rhett was, like, being all creepy, and she was like, we have a no-sex clause for our marriage, and he was like, well, I don't follow the rules. It's like,
First night.
Yeah, first night. Yeah, still in their wedding outfits. Just, okay, Rhett, that's intense. And what else is...
Unfair.
Oh, totally unfair. And he was like, I'm not going to do anything to you that you don't want me to do to you. And it's like, I don't...
Uncomfortable. I got uncomfortable.
Yeah. So that's who Rhett Lockhart is. A real salt of the earth kind of guy. And just a real mensch.
Yeah, you can't trust him.
No, you can't. Not at all. Not as far... Well, he was riding buckle bunnies 2 weeks ago, right? So...
Yeah, getting them Praegers.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Being his L's all over the place like a goof. What are you doing, pal? Just quit riding bareback, you silly Billy. What are you thinking? And I say that
Funner.
because... Well, it is more funner, for sure, of course.
God's favorite podcast.
Pure Flicks, if you're listening, hit us up anytime for that sponsorship.
We want a lot of money now, though.
Yeah,
we've grown too big.
That's true. We're looking at at least 7 figures, maybe more.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You could have got us for so much cheaper earlier.
You could have got us for $400 and a chance to meet David A.R. White. You could have got us for that. Now, no such luck. Sorry, folks.
And we want to meet David Spade.
Make it happen.
All right.
I want to meet
the terms.
I really want. Well, wait. No, that's not all the terms. I want to meet Reginald Vell Johnson too. Well, I want to meet him.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do that for you.
All right. I want to ask him if I can wear his butler outfit from Hitting the Brakes. Put it on.
I just want to feel those gloves around my hands.
Around my throat. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So, chapter,
what's up? How's it going? Right.
This is 40 minutes of reading.
It might be a little bit of reading, but I'm switching things up a little bit. I reread all this stuff. I reread all the sex stuff today. And the sex chapter is actually pretty boring. Like it's just like it's mostly them talking about Rhett's like troubled past and Tara's troubled past. And then there is some slamming. Yeah, there's some thrusting and there's people busting thrusters and then it's kind of like ends. Like it's not very good, but what we are going to read instead is like the complete perfect follow-up to what we read last episode, which was T. He leaned in to press his mouth against her ear and whispered, "You're gonna come first." So we're gonna follow up on that today. That's what this is gonna be about, and that's gonna cap it off, I think.
That's a good through line. I'm here for it. I'm going to definitely listen to most of it, and we're good.
You're going to take your headphones off and walk around for a little bit and come back.
I'm going to play MLB with the show watch AI play it.
Hey, while the AI is playing, would you mind doing like kind of a off the mic commentary? Just so it's just playing in the background?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know if I have the technology to do that or comprehend what you just said.
That's fair. I have to say it is very disturbing watching like your image because you have a horse background behind you and you keep flickering in and out or parts of you flicker in and out. So like occasionally your face will just get replaced with like a horse's teeth and mouth and it's just like it's really weird and disturbing and it's been a lot of fun so far watching these
it's cool.
Gross horses pop in and out. I hate horses, by the way. That's a revelation.
Really?
No, I love horses. They're great.
It's so cute.
Couldn't even commit to the bit. Who cares?
You're supposed to hate donkeys.
No, I love donkeys. There was a mule. Great. When I was on my honeymoon, the last place we stayed, there was a mule on the property, and it was very special. Did I talk about that on the show? I probably did.
I think so, yeah.
Well, I'm a goofus, so whatever.
No, it's good to hear. We love love.
You ready to hear this guy give this lady a Slitheracci special?
Yeah, swing and a hit.
The hum filled her head, filled every part of her as Rhett's mouth claimed hers. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a lot of the geography of this scene doesn't really make a lot of sense. You'll see there's some stuff that's like, how is this happening? So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll get to that soon here.
Like stuff is in Paris, but it's obviously in France.
Exactly. Other parts of France. The south of France. Yeah, not Paris, no.
Like tropical.
Yeah, not Gay Paris. You're down in like the Galapagos. That's way south of France.
Way south.
This is too far south. She reeled with
he doesn't
lust
swing
for
at that
him.
pitch.
Oh boy. What an overlap. All right. She'd not had much luck with oral sex. Kit, her dead husband, who's been dead. He's been dead for 2 years. Good. She hasn't had sex in 2 years. Kit had been.
Could you imagine?
Oh, couldn't even imagine. Going 25 years. Going 35 years. Kit had been clumsy and sloppy, and she'd found it more of an irritation than a turn on. Way to slam your dead husband.
In the grave.
Dunked on him. Put a net over his casket and dunked on him.
Oh, man, good.
Yay. But at the thought of Rhett going down on her, she shivered.
Mustache.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. And like mutton chops.
Maybe a little bit of whiskers on the cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, big, long, like way, 3-4 inches off the face mutton chops. Big ones. Charles Dickens era mutton chops.
Why don't we ever do it anymore?
Is that a Beatles song?
No, it's just the text that came on the screen.
A baseball player said that?
Yeah.
Why don't
the pitcher turned to the camera and screamed it at me. It's kind of weird, but AI, it's not perfect.
They just do what they want, really.
Yeah. Good.
All right. Where are we here? The man knew his way around the female body. She had little doubt that he knew what he was doing. Maybe she would discover what all the fuss was about.
Oh my god, poor husband.
Yeah, for real, hey?
It just continues.
Right? Oh, and he had a small dink, too, and like...
Oh no.
He had a big spare tire around his gut, and red is just lean American beef.
And you're just reading this from the book right now.
I'm just reading this from my memory.
Okay.
Already she was moist in all the right places. Blood throbbing low in her belly. Heat spreading between her legs. Yay.
I want to have heat between my legs.
Right? Well, you could just get like a hot... Do you have a hot water bottle? Like a rubber...
No.
Oh, that would work.
I have a cold water bottle.
Put that between your legs. See what that feels like.
Okay.
Okay, report back. Why don't we do it anymore?
Freaking AI is smart, man.
Pointed right at you. Said, Jonathan, toilet. Why don't we do it anymore? She was fascinated by the pressure of his body flattened against hers and his sexy brown eyes that seemed to peek directly into her soul. His mouth moved from her lips to her chin, his fingers stroking her skin. Stroking, ugh. His lips kissed the column of her throat. His hands slipped her top off, dropped it to the floor on top of his shirt. She felt it rather than saw it. She was too busy reveling in his hot, wet kisses. She wanted him so badly that her entire body shook like lava. I don't know what that means.
You ever see Lava Shake?
No. I know.
You ever been to Hawaii?
No.
Oh, it's a big thing.
Have you been to Hawaii?
No, but I've seen it on TV.
But I've heard it's a big thing.
Yeah.
They filmed Jurassic Park
People
there.
go.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
There's like missile stuff happening all the time.
There's a sunken pirate ship you get to see. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There's real dead people on that ship. But thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But also there's like pirate ships at the bottom of the ocean everywhere. So.
Of course there is. That's true, yeah. Let's get back to this sex. She was alarmed by the scale of her desire, but her fear blanched in comparison to the terror she felt at the risk of doing anything that would cause him to stop. Oy, oy, oy. He stroked her breast with soft fingertips, his tongue at the hollow of her throat. It's okay, he said. Just let me take care of your pleasure. Tara squeezed her eyes so tight that she saw little flares of white light, felt herself go limp against him, let go in a way she'd never been able to let go before, trusting him. That's right, T. He breathed and waltzed her to the bed. Is that a good sex voice?
Waltz?
Yeah, Waltz Disneyed her to the bed.
Like 1, 2, you do 2 and then you do 2 slow?
Yeah, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left.
Why would he have to do that?
Well, that's foreplay. That's the complicated dance between man and woman.
I'm gonna take this to the bedroom.
Right now? We're recording a show.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I knew this would happen. I knew you were going to frick your wife on this show as I was reading this because it was getting you all hot and heavy. You're
Not
busted.
on the show.
You're about to bust.
G-rated. God's favorite podcast.
God's favorite podcast. Slowly, he slipped her Daisy Dukes off, along with her white cotton panties. She wished like hell she'd gone to Victoria's Secret, bought something red, skimpy, and lacy for his enjoyment. Sorry,
what is this, an advertisement for Victoria's Secret?
bought this piece of underwear for $29.95.
In the middle of like pretty lovemaking, you're like, oh, I should have gone to a store and bought a thing.
Oh, I'm thinking about my favorite commercials. Oh.
That's steeped in reality somewhere.
Yeah, that's unfortunately that is my reality. So.
Sock 'em boppers, sock 'em boppers.
Suck 'em
I guess
bumper
that's a
sword
bad
and
one.
shield. More fun than a pillow fight.
Yeah, it's more fun than a pillow fight because it hurts.
Yeah, because it's hard plastic getting punched across your face.
Sock 'em boppers.
Giving you a bloody nose. That's life, baby.
Yeah. gotta be tough.
Yeah, if you want to get punched in the face by sock and boppers, you gotta be tough.
You gotta be tough.
It's more fun than a pillow fight, though.
It's more fun, man. A pillow fight.
I'm sorry about the panties, she said. I wore them.
What did she say? Sorry about the panties?
I'm sorry about the panties, she said. I think I was expecting you to be commando. I was expecting nothing under them Daisy Dukes.
Oh, I'm sorry about the panties. Can we just do this thing?
Just full of poop and pee. Sorry about the panties. Oh, don't worry about it. It's all good. That's horrible. I'll throw it in the trash.
Oh, I really Sylvester Stallone these panties.
I really cliffhangered these panties. Ugh. You know.
Well, you're hanging from a cliff. You can't just, like, stop to poo.
No, you just gotta go and
Yeah.
hope that there's no one below you on the rope. If
You
there is,
just
well,
gotta
look out,
go.
buddy. Sometimes you just gotta go, alright?
Especially when you're hanging off cliffs. It's, yeah.
Like,
you're
imagine
right.
how many times people must be like, hey, below me, I'm taking a dump.
Hey, below me.
Pointing at the guy. Hey, below me. What'd you say? Said below me. Okay.
Here comes the meat.
Yeah. Oy, oy, oy.
Cliff, let's get into it.
That's a cliffhanger right there.
Mm.
Sorry about the panties, she said. I wore them with the no sex clause in mind. You think that granny panties put me off you? You could wear a toe sack.
A toe sack?
No, sorry, I just laughed at my voice cracked and he was like trying to seduce her and he was just like, you could wear a toe sack. A Tara and still be the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. She knew she was pretty enough, but she certainly wasn't a beauty. But the way he said it, the way he looked at her, she believed that he found her beautiful, and that was all she needed.
Ooh,
Beautiful prose.
touching.
That's life.
Yeah, sorry about my panties.
Still in his trousers, he sat down on the bed. She felt exposed in her nakedness. She moved her hands to cover her breasts. Oh, don't be embarrassed with me, he said, and gently moved her hands away. I'm your husband. Husband? Was that the sweetest word in the English language or what? I don't know. You tell me. Johnny?
This seems like he's really being a creep. Like, this whole time they've been married, he has been thirsty.
Yeah, he's like, show me those boobs. Get your
I'm
hands
your
off
husband.
them. I'm your husband. These are mine. That's what he said.
Not cool, bruv.
Not cool, man. You're a real creep. We're making him worse than he is, but he is a creep throughout this book.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's gruel. Husband, was that the sweetest word in the English language or what? Okay, this is where things start to go off the rails for me anyway. He wrapped his knee around her leg, used it to lug the lower half of her body over his. He lifted slightly so she could scoot them both closer to the center of the bed, kissed her again, and set off a fresh round of humming. You are so beautiful, he repeated. Her heart skipped a beat. His face filled with... Her heart skipped a beat and her left arm went numb. Good Lord. Her face filled with wonder, fascination, love, and sex, and her. He was so strong, so masculine, so male. His hair was tousled, and his lips were wet from kissing her. He loved her, that was clear. He was in love with her. He hadn't said it, but she could see it in him. Oh, Rat, she whispered. She closed her eyes, unable to bear the intensity of his gaze. Oh, 6 sock and boppers, dude. Those are great.
Chill.
That's in the book here, by the way. Her eyes, she shut her eyes so she wouldn't see his 6 sock and boppers he had brought.
Ooh.
After sex, they're gonna have more fun than a pillow fight.
Yeah, they're gonna knock each other out. That's the only way you can sleep on the farm.
Uppercut her. Like, just Do like a Johnny Cage splits and wham
They're gonna uppercut each other
at the same time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. And then good night. They fall back into separate beds to sleep, as they should, husband and wife.
Well, they put in mouth guards first, so it's safe.
Of course, yeah. He burned kisses between her breasts, suckled her nipples, first one and then the other. His hands were doing sensual things to her body. There was magic in his fingertips. He stopped for a moment, and she opened her eyes, saw the raw insanity of his need flashing in his dark eyes just before he kissed her in the sweet, moist place between her legs. Ugh, not very appealing. Not very
No, what does
appetizing.
she mean?
Not a good description.
That's not a great description.
Ugh.
You think this is a pen name?
Lori Wilde, who you think it's
Yeah,
like
for
Stephen,
some dude.
it's like Stephen King or something like that?
Yeah,
It's John Grisham.
it might be Shaq.
Maybe it's Shaq. Oh God, you know what's missing from today? We should have got Shaqaroni pizzas. Why didn't we get Shaqaroni pizzas? We absolutely blew it.
Yeah, that would have been a great through line.
Gosh dang it. Well, hey, Papa John, if you're listening,
Make it out of macaroni next time.
yeah, for real, put macaroni in the crust or something.
Yeah.
Ah, I hated that idea.
No,
actually,
I think
I
in the
love
crust
it.
is a great way to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm back on board. After
Maybe
being
some
off
onions?
for a second. Onions in it.
Yeah, onions in it. Like in the
Onions?
macaroni, in the
So
crust.
put in each piece of macaroni. That seems unnecessary.
Well, you just get a factory to do it.
Right, of course, yeah. You get children because they have small fingers. They can push that onion right in there.
Robots operating small children.
Robots whipping small children to make them work faster.
Yeah, that's the future. That's Obama.
That's a future for sure. That's a future Obama. Yeah. It's not Barack Obama. A future Obama will establish that business.
Like maybe a kid or
Yeah, if I knew either of his kids' names, I'd probably say one. But
one's
it's-
definitely Shaq.
yeah, for sure. Shaq Obama, Shaqaroni Obama.
He
I might-
really puts the macaroni in Obama.
I think I might change my name on the show to Shaqaroni Obama. I'm Shaqaroni Obama.
So
Yeah, you bet. Jonathan Toilet and Shaqaroni Obama. Oh, I might actually do that. I really like that a lot.
all right, Reba.
All right, Reba. She spread herself wider for him, felt her pulse quicken and her breath thin. His lips were fueled by hunger and love. All right.
And hate.
And hate and anti-Semitism. As soon as his mouth was on her heated inner lips, the hum grew to more than just a sound. It was energy, pounding, pulsating, electrical, vibrating throughout every cell in her body, jolting her like a shock. A thrill swooped through her as his big hand slipped to her lower back and pressed her pelvis against his. I don't understand how that happened. Wasn't he just going down on her and then he's like pressing her pelvis against his pelvis? How does that happen?
Well, maybe he has long legs too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe he's got like a short little torso and long legs and arms.
Yeah, like an
Okay.
alien.
Yeah, exactly. Like some kind of alien.
Yeah.
She kept thinking about what he'd said. Oh, wait a minute. No, hold on. He pressed her pelvis against his, their bodies welding them together. She felt his erection through his pants, large and hard and throbbing. Yikes.
I guess like entering somebody is kind of like welding.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like you're joining two pieces together, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's so hot that it melts metal. Yeah.
It's kind of hot and beautiful that way.
It is kind of hot and beautiful in that way. That's true. She kept thinking about what he'd said. I want a real marriage. I want us to build a real family with Julie. Oh, that's his baby's name. With
Julie.
Julie's got the muscular adult legs and the 2-month-old torso and head and everything. Yeah.
Just flopping back and forth when these strong legs are walking.
Like walking, like running. Whose legs are these, Julie?
This body is in blah, blah, blah.
Like, she came out legs first, and they were like, what's happening?
They started growing as they were, like, entering the world.
Well, no, sorry. She came out the normal way, head first, but then just more and more leg kept coming out. They just kept pulling. It was like a magician's sleeve. They just kept pulling out more, and then a knee came out, and they were like, a knee? And then they kept pulling, and then until his 2 feet popped out.
One of the doctors was like, this is like a magic sleeve.
This is like a wizard sleeve.
It's like Gandalf's sleeve.
Yeah, it's like Geddy Lee, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I want a real marriage. I want us to build a real family with Julie. It was the most seductive thing anyone had ever said to her.
Like, they had a plan, like, 24 hours ago just to get married for convenience.
They had a plan 6 hours ago.
Yeah. And he's just, like, changing it up so hard already.
Yeah, he's just kicked down the door and is like, no, we're married now. We're banging tonight. She was like,
I want a family.
I want a family.
That's a lot to put on a person.
I want a real family. Well, the good news is that T does too. So, no harm done. Woozy. She felt as if she was being flung out into black space.
Woozy. What did he drug her? She's woozy now.
He said, I want the real family. I want to build a real family with you, Julie.
Woozy. Who is described as
Woozy? That would be Lori Wilde.
She's really lost me in this scene. I was there for the rest of it, but this seems wrong.
Well, if this is wrong, I don't want to be right.
All right. Okay.
Woozy. She felt as if she were being flung out into black space, weightless, airless. I'm in love with this man, was all she could think. Surrendered herself to the power of his magnificent mouth. Melted into the bed, into his palm that still rested at the small of her back, anchoring her. His mouth was everywhere. Oh my God, and nowhere at once. Moving, kissing, licking, sucking. Her world narrowed to the triangle between her legs and the miracle of his bold tongue. The man was an adventurer. He didn't hold back. Is that how you want to be known in the bedroom? As an adventurer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a sailor, though.
Like you want to have Sailor Jerry tattoos?
Well, I want to go from port to port.
Well, yeah, you filthy beggar. He tackled everything in life with verve and gusto, and she was the lucky, lucky beneficiary of his trailblazing. He consumed her. The headlong dash of pleasure stunned her senses, ambushed her in every way possible. Oh, rat. Oh, yes. She tangled her fingers in his hair, holding him in place right where he was. He laughed against her skin, his hot mouth devouring her. The feel of his tongue thrusting inside her was beyond ecstasy. Is that what women like when you put your tongue inside?
What happened to the pelvis?
I don't know. It's gone.
I thought they were welded.
No, I guess not. Oh, it really looks like looked like you had horse teeth when you leaned over there. Yeah, do it again. Do it again.
I don't like.
You have great horse teeth, my man.
Thank you.
Within minutes, she was tingling and quivering and crying out, "Rat, rat, rat!" And in that exceptional moment when she experienced the biggest orgasm of her life, Tara's mind separated from her body, and she was nothing but a giant pulsating hum of sheer sexual energy. The encounter was so otherworldly. It was as if she were watching herself from inside a long, dark tunnel, and at the end was bright white light. He was that light, drawing her into his arms, holding her close, kissing her forehead, tucking her tightly against him. He was so loose and easy, relaxed and free, and exactly everything she'd never known she needed, thanks to her loser dead husband. God, T, he breathed. That was You Are Simply Amazing.
Simply the best.
Dan, 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 do better
Than all the rest.
You're better than anyone.
Anyone